And we're live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just trying to get my notes here together, guys. Trying to get situated. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I tried to do a whole video, but that didn't work out. So here we are with a live. Greetings and gratitude to all my family, friends, and viewers. Welcome back to my African-centered travel vlog right here on YouTube. My name is Akila. Guys, I am back with another informational pack video today. So you know how I do it. Get comfortable, get you a pen, get you some paper, because mother has some brain food for the intelligent Black people today. So, this is a channel where I discuss the logistics of legally expatriating to the African continent from an African-American perspective, right? And so, if you're interested in knowing how to legally repatriate to the African continent and avoid double taxation, then keep watching. Because by the end of this video, I plan on sharing a few tips that will help you legally lower your taxes and avoid double taxation while living abroad in these African countries. Now, before I can even get to the nitty gritty, I've got to peel back the layers of misinformation, right? So maybe you've already moved to the continent and you weren't even aware that you had to continue paying taxes to the American government. Oops, it happens. Been there, done that, right? And so if that's true, then this video is for you. Maybe you're sorting out your financial affairs for expatriation as you are, getting ready to leave, and taxation never even crossed your mind. If that's true, then this video is for you. So, I am going to get right down to it because I don't want to, keep you too long. I have things to do with my Saturday, and I know you got stuff to do with yours. I just want to put it out in the universe that I giving all honor and praises to the God of air. I am nothing without you. Amen. With that being said, guys, when you are sorting out your financial affairs for expatriation, there are two things that you need to consider. You need to consider your residence-based taxation as an American living in a foreign country, and you need to consider the residence-based taxation when you're actually living in that particular foreign country for an extended period of time as a resident or a citizen, right? And so if you're not aware, as a U.S. citizen, we are subject to what they call citizens-based taxation. And you may be asking, well, what does that mean? Well, if I had to put it bluntly, America doesn't care anything about you living in Tanzania. You know what I'm saying. Tanzania, the Gambia, Ghana, Rwanda, they don't care. But I tell you what they do care about. They care about the money that you're earning in that African country. How are you supporting yourself? And are you reporting that money to the IRS for taxation? Now that's the T. That's what they care about. So the bottom line is America, I think along with Eritrea, are the only two countries that have citizens-based taxation, where they tax their citizens no matter where they live in the world. And I think more countries will adopt this whole citizens-based taxation. For right now, it's just Eritrea in the United States. And so Eritrea, on the other hand, does not have the resources to enforce their citizens-based taxation. Although I did hear some stories here recently about how they were turning up on their citizens in Europe for tax evasion. However, they're too small of a country to really have the resources to enforce their citizens-based taxation. But America, on the other hand, before you go thinking, well, I'll just do the runaway slave approach. Now, America, on the other hand, does have the resources to enforce their citizens-based taxation. So if you're wondering, well, how are they going to find me on the African continent? I'll get to that in a minute, because they will be able to find you. So the second thing you want to consider is your residence-based taxation. So if you are living in that African country, you have an active address, this is your tax home, you are there for 12 consecutive months out of the year, with the exception of maybe traveling for like weddings or funerals or things of that nature. But you live in this African country. You're earning money in this African country. You have an active address in this African country. You are physically spending long periods of time in this country. This is where you live, right? If that's the case, then you'll have to pay residence-based taxation in most of these African countries. And so this is the situation that kind of puts us in a situation to experience double taxation, because we have our citizens-based taxation as well as the residence-based taxation in some of these African countries. And so the good news, though, is that America does offer tax breaks to expats living abroad, right? So I call it an initiative to stay within the system, because tax evasion is what's illegal. Tax avoidance is legal, not only legal, but it's how the rich get richer, right? When you can avoid paying high taxes and keep more of your money, then you have more money to invest in your business and whatever else you want to. Now, if you accompany that with living in a foreign country where the cost of living is much, much lower, oh, baby, you're winning. You're winning, right? So, yeah, so that's the best way, basically, is just to take advantage of these tax credits and stuff that they have. And as a disclaimer, I just want to say I am not an expert. I am not a tax expert, right? This is just this information that I'm sharing is based on the research that I've been doing for the last few years, that I have been doing my own expatriation grassroots field research for which country I wanted to move to, right? And so, um, although I am not a tax expert, I do use taxes with an S for expats with an S.com for my international taxes. And I will leave their link, because I am an affiliate. I will leave their link in the description box. So um, just in case you want to, you're looking for an international tax preparer, then you can use my affiliation link and get about $25. I think it's about $25 when you open a new account. And so that's another way that you can support the channel, guys. Yeah, and help yourself at the same time. And so these are the type of programs that I really want to create with B.R.U.S.E Mission. I do want to find my own team of international tax preparers that are willing to give back to the community. And then we can come up with these services that we can help people legally expatriate with a strategic plan to legally lower their taxes while they're living abroad to have a better life, And so, yeah, this is one of the services that I want to offer through B.R.U.S.E Mission that I am currently branding at the moment. Now, to the point of how are they going to find me? Why can't I just do the runaway slave approach? Well, this seems kind of dark. I'm wondering if I should plug this up. For one, guys, I coined that whole phrase, the runaway slave approach, right? Because I've been there and I've done that, and it ain't what you want to do. I'll tell you it's not what you want to do for a few reasons. For one, Africa is a developing nation. I'm sorry, Africa is a big ass continent of developing nations. There we go. It's lighter. We got action. So yeah, like I was saying, you don't want to do the runaway slave approach to Africa, because Africa has a level of poverty that surpasses all Western understanding. Don't do it. You will suffer. You will suffer. Oh, don't do it. Two, there are different information sharing systems that America uses to find information on their citizens living abroad. FATCA is one that comes to mind. FATCA is an acronym, FATCA, that stands for Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act. Came out in 2016 through the Obama administration. And FATCA basically just forces foreign banks to report the assets of U.S. account holders, pretty much. And so if you are legally expatriating to an African country, right, it's going to be kind of hard to live in that African country without a bank account. So the banks are telling on you. And not only foreign or financial institutions report to FATCA. So with that being said, if you are earning self-employment income like Airbnb, merch stores, YouTube, and you are not reporting your income, this is another way that your assets are being reported through FATCA. And so, like I said, it's just a matter of time. If you're not reporting, that they will eventually catch up with you because of these information sharing systems like FATCA. And so not only that, tax evasion, the fees start at about $10,000, even just improperly filing. The fees start at $10,000. That's why it's best to get a professional. And unfortunately, your mom and pop tax preparers won't do it. You need international tax preparers. And I've said it before. Don't listen to people. They'll tell you they can do your taxes. And okay. So let's talk solutions. I hate talking problems. Let's talk solutions. So let's get to these 3 tips that I have to help you legally lower your taxes and avoid double taxation. So one would be to, as you're sorting out your financial affairs, for expatriation, one would be to look for a country that has a tax treaty with America. These are countries that have an agreement not to tax American citizens while they're living abroad. And so, unfortunately, a lot of these African countries, and there aren't many that are tax treaties. The ones that are tax treaties, unfortunately, are not appealing to African Americans. They're just not. And I don't know the whole list off the top of my head. I have to be honest. What comes to mind is a little island called Mauritius. Some of those northern Arab countries. Nonetheless, they aren't your Gambias, your Tanzanias, the ones we are looking at currently based on the information that you get from YouTube. Excuse me. And so, however, if you can find an African country that is a tax treaty, this is a great way to legally lower your taxes and avoid double taxation. Finding a tax haven is another good way to legally lower your taxes. And so a tax haven is a developing nation that has come up with tax credits and different kind of program initiatives to attract foreign investors to help them come develop the country. And so, for an example of that would be Ghana. Um, Ghana came out with this year of return initiative in 2019. And part of that, they were targeting African Americans for foreign investment. And one of the programs that comes to mind is Ghana is encouraging African Americans who maybe are in healthcare and they need retirement homes, homes for the aged, nursing homes built in Ghana. And so the government has this new healthcare initiative where they are trying to attract foreign investors for that. And so this would be another way to legally lower your taxes because they're offering tax credits for starting this type of business, right? And so this would be a way to legally lower your taxes and avoid some of that taxation, so you can avoid some of that double taxation. Also, last but not least, tip number 3 would be if you are actively living in a foreign country and you are literally living there, you're not going back and forth to America. You've been in the country for an extended period of time, a full calendar tax year. You have an active address. You are earning money within that particular country. Then you can file what the IRS calls foreign earned income exclusion. And it's just like it sounds. So if you're earning an income in a foreign country, you can have that income excluded from taxation. And so they increase the amount every few years or so often, based on inflation. I think the last time I was looking at the IRS site, it was about 110,000 US dollars. So if you're actively living in an African country and you earn under $110,000, you can have that excluded from taxation. However, there are tests that you need to qualify. There are stipulations to that, right? And so I didn't want to make this video too long. That's why I was trying to make a little cute video, but then it was too long and YouTube wouldn't let me upload more than 15 minutes. So I'm going to break this up into 2 parts. And so today I've given you the 3 tips of how to avoid double taxation. But in the next video, I will go extensively into foreign earned income exclusion. Maybe I can figure out how to get a PowerPoint up online. I don't know. I'll work on it. Nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and break that down because that's the main way that expats avoid double taxation living in African countries is the foreign earned income exclusion. And then, the U.S. government also offers housing benefits as well for expats, and we'll talk about that too in future videos. But I'm not going to take up too much of your Saturday, guys. For me, that's pretty much all I have in conclusion for today. And so if you've received some valuable information here today, and in exchange, you would like to support the channel, please hit the like button. It's free. Subscribe to the channel. It's free. We can even have a conversation in the comments. It's free. So if nobody has any questions for me, I see there's 2 people, but if nobody has any questions, I'm going to end this video. And because I've got some errands I need to run. So I hope you guys are staying healthy and COVID-free and safe. And with that being said, Black love is Black power. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.